Hello, hello, good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome to another Go Live. Tonight, the topic is, do you need like followers to succeed online? And I am here to share with you that you don't need followers. You don't need all these massive followers. You don't need influencer to succeed. What helps you to succeed online and in my kind of business model is a system. You need a system to help you to succeed, right? Because people are like, oh, I don't have followers. I don't have an online presence. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to, start and all of that. But I don't think you need all of that. A lot of people think, oh, this person has million followers, this person has thousands of followers. You need thousands or millions of followers to be able to succeed or to earn in the digital world or online. But that's not the entire truth, because that short belief or like self inflicted belief or doubt or limiting belief makes them not to proceed and take action, makes them not to proceed and just explore options that are out there. And that is why I am here to just create that awareness, help to educate you and open your mind, that you don't need like massive following, you don't need a massive online presence um, to succeed online, because that self limiting beliefs help make people just stop people from starting or even to take action or to move forward even before starting. But they say information is key, right? When you have like a good understanding of what is going on, then that will help you to be able to take action, be able to move forward, be able to do what you're supposed to do. So, like I said, what if all those thoughts of like you need influencer, you need to have an online presence, you need to have followers are all false. Like I said, the big basis is you need a system. You need some kind of mentorship, you need coaching, you need training, you need, like I said, a system that can help you to succeed, because you need to learn from people who have been there, done that. You need to learn from people who are experts in the field. There are people on this online, they have studied it. They know the kind of things you're supposed to do for you to be able to succeed. And that is why you need to join a community of experts, a community of people who have found success, a community of great achievers, a community of people who are willing to share their knowledge, to share their experiences, to share, their success story. Remember, they said success leaves footprints. So no point recreating the wheels. You follow the footsteps of people who have been there, done that, succeeded, and just emulate their style. So most people think, okay, they need all these followers because social media culture has told them like more likes, more views, more popularity is what gets you the income. Because sometimes the influencers are just like the loudest, they make all this noise, you have to do this and all of that, and you think, oh, I don't have that personality, I don't have that followership, and because of that you now even like but don't even follow through. You even fail before actually starting. But more followers does not equal more money in social media at all. So because we've been just conditioned to believe like, okay, visibility equals income, that's not entirely true, especially in my business world, in the kind of business model that we use. So followers does not equal income at all. So many people who think that, okay, large followings don't monetize well, that's not true. You can still monetize, you can still earn from social media even without large following, right? And I can tell you for sure that many people with small audience or small followers, they still earn consistently. Not everyone who has massive following are the ones making the all of that. So like I keep saying, you need a system. You need to learn from the best minds. You need to learn from people who have found success, because even if you go and amass so many followers, that doesn't equal to like real currency or real income or real money, right? But when you follow a system, guidance, some kind of guidance, some kind of mentorship, then you will learn how you can do that. So you don't need a crowd. So you need the right structure in order to succeed. And the system is what works for you, right? Even when you're not working. So a system includes having clear message, knowing what to say, knowing what to post, knowing the right content, knowing the right timing. So having a clear message that is inspiring, message that is educative, message that is entertaining, message that is motivating, message that just speaks to the hearts and to the minds of the right people, message that most people will resonate with, and they can find themselves in your story. They can find themselves in your own pain points. They can find themselves in your own struggle. That's the kind of things that bring you monetization, that brings you income, that brings you to succeed in the online people. So a system also includes a way people find you, because you can be on social media if you don't know the right things you're doing, if you don't follow the right system, if you don't know, like if you're not like really coached and mentored, people you don't get noticed. People may not be able to find you, the right people. So remember, we're not talking about people finding you. We are talking about the right people, speaking to the right people, speaking to the kind of people you want, speaking to the kind of people, because anybody showing up on social media, maybe to do business, you have the kind of people you want to do business with. You have the kind of people you want to go into business partnership with. So when I said the right system, so knowing the system helps you to know, like, okay, have a clear message, be able to have like teaches you a way for the right people to find you. So a system includes a process that educates them. Like I said, so people get educated. So through your education, the right people find you, the right people follow you. So, and a system includes a structure that converts interest into action. So when you are able to attract the right kind of people, the right kind of audience that you are looking for, then the system, knowing the system, learning the system, a system now helps you to be able to convert those people who are interested in your, what you are sharing to take action. So a system also includes no tech overwhelm, right? So teaches you, all the like the tech skills to use. I know I've shared it before. When I started this business, yes, you can say, okay, you've been doing tech or knowing tech, but all I could do was just sending text messages, receiving text messages, making regular phone calls. Yes, I used the internet for my job, but that was all of it. So knowing all of these like transferable tech skills, how to, like use all the different features on my phone, I wasn't that very much conversant with them. I wasn't much that confident using all of that. But I can tell you, like, my level of confidence using tech skills or even learning tech skills, that has upgraded to like a just high number since I started this business. And that is the kind of growth anybody wants. That is the kind of like self development. That is the kind of thing you want to learn, learning some transferable digital skills that you can still use elsewhere to make money. So being online or succeeding online is not about just being seen by everyone. No, it's about being clear to the right people. Just like I keep saying, when you are out here on social media, when you are doing digital business, you are not trying to go into business partnership with everyone. You want to be clear on, okay, these are the kind of people, you have the kind of people you want to get attracted to. There are people you want to do business with, not just every person that sees you, not just anybody on social media, because you want the right kind of people, the right kind of audience to see what you are doing, to pay attention to what you are doing. When I say doing, as in the information you are sharing, the story you are telling, the education you are providing. Those are the people you inspire. Those are the people who pay attention to what you are sharing, and they get attracted. With that interest, they are able to convert and become business partners with you, right? So when I started my own online journey in 2023, I was on social media. I was on Facebook, but I was on Facebook just like everyone else. I did not know, I did not have any business background. My profile, like the French, how many friends I had less than 200 friends when I started, because I limited my friendship to just, like close family, close friends, close maybe past schoolmates. I actually, this is like a fact, had my profile under hide, right? First and foremost, I wasn't using my real name that time. Secondly, you could not just search me and find me on social media. That was how I wasn't just out there. So I was just using social media to catch up on all the things happening, all the gossip, all the fun things, all the celebrity, Nigerian celebrity stories. So I didn't have any, technically, I didn't have any social media presence. I didn't, not with the followership. I didn't have any followers at all when I started. So I didn't have any huge audience. I didn't have any, I didn't start as an influencer, right? I only followed a system. I followed a system that has been proven, that has been tested, that is working for others. So through this, my confidence has grown, showing my presence. I have been able to share my stories. I have been able to like share myself. And people who resonate with me are people who see themselves in my story, people who see themselves in my, like, pain points, my own maybe fun times, happy times, challenge times. And my story is just very simple. I am a Nigerian immigrant in the USA. I am here with my family. I am a registered nurse and work as a registered nurse working long hours was taking me away from being present with my family. I have a very young family and I needed to be more present with my family. So I needed to find something I could do to supplement my income without having to like look for a second job or a third job. Because of course, one job, 0.6, 48 hours was just not cutting it when it comes to bills. So, but instead of looking for second job, third job, that would take me even away more from my family, I needed to do something online, something that is global, something that is legitimate, something that I can do from the comfort of my home and I can take it with me to my family activities, something that can work around my already existing schedule, that I didn't have to stop a part of me to grow. And this business I am sharing with you today, like, checked off all the boxes. It fitted around my schedule, and that is how it works for every other family. It's not a business I don't have to sit in one place for 2 to 3 hours. All I do in this business is just put in, few minutes here, few minutes here, few minutes here. So all in all, in a day, like I put in just 2 to 3 hours. That's how it has been working. So a business I can take with me to anywhere. A business that doesn't require me just carrying products or chasing after people or calling people who are not interested in talking, right? So that's how I started this business. So, and because I followed a system, I have been able to learn step by step. Of course, I didn't grow because I had followers. I grew because I had guidance. I grew because I had mentorship. I grew because I had coaching. And remember, in this business, I said we have free coaching and mentorship for a lifetime. So, free lifetime coaching and mentorship. What does that even mean? It means even at any stage you are, you always have someone who knows, something more than you do. So on Wednesdays, for people who are already established in the business, we still have some kind of what we call webinar, what we call mastermind. So the mastermind is for people who are finding success using some kind of a different strategy, and they come to share with others so that you can try the same strategy and see if it works for you or not. Most strategies don't work for everybody. And the great thing is they teach you all the different strategies they are using across different social media platforms. And like I said, we use about 8 or more than 8 social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, WhatsApp, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google. And somebody is always happy. Somebody is always willing to teach or share, different strategies they've used that is working for them. We are always like being updated on all the different changes or policies or call it anything, all the going on with all those social media platforms. And I can tell you for a fact, you may not get this free anywhere else, right? You may not get it free anywhere else. So that is the beauty of my business community, because it's a global community. But the good thing is people are always happy to share their experiences. People are always happy to share their knowledge. People are always happy share their tactics. So you learn from different people, you learn from different angles, and that helps you with the growth. And that is part of the system, right? So another reason, no, most people, when you say, okay, so you are introducing this business to them, it's what they need. They know they need another income stream. They know they want to start, grow another income stream. They know they want to grow something that is, tax registered, legitimate, and all of that. Something that is easy, that is not as cumbersome or as overwhelming as their already 9 to 5s. But most times they come up with all these, what will I call it? Fear or skepticism or doubt, and they keep giving different reasons. Oh, I can't, do it because I don't have time. Right? So time, somebody makes time, not time doesn't make people, but people create time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. And like I said, this business actually gives you time back and not the other way around. Because a business you can do around your own schedule is giving you back time. A business that is automated 24 hours, and the automation system takes care of like a huge percentage of the whole business system, because the automation system is working around the clock. The automation system is what will I call it? So the automation system works around the clock, even when you are sleeping. The automation system helps you with the whole customer service. So you don't even have to deal with emailing your leads or consulting with them, at least not at the initial stage. So all those burdens, all those stress, all those wahala is already like being managed for you. So anybody, even if you don't have any experience, business experience, even if you don't have any tech experience, you don't need even to be so tech savvy. As long as you are very open-minded, as long as you are willing to learn, as long as you are ready to learn, you will always find the training, the mentorship, following the system and the guidance step by step will always get you there. Another reason people share for not starting right away is, oh, I don't know what to post. And that is where another guidance comes into play as well, because that's what you learn from the system. The system teaches you how to post, what to post, where to post, when to post. The system teaches you how to, like, the kind of things to post that you need to post. So you don't just automatically from nowhere, from no experience, and you start doing things. So that's where the guidance, comes to play. Some people now say, oh, I'm not tech savvy. Like I said, when I started, I had the basic tech knowledge of doing my day-to-day making phone calls, receiving phone calls, sending text messages. That's all I did with my cell phone. And for my job, I could do, what is required of me. But doing anything outside of that, I had no experience or no knowledge of doing all of those things. But through this whole guidance of being in this business and following a system that teaches, step by step, I can tell you today, I can pride myself to have some kind of experience. I am no longer at the stage in terms of tech experience that I was 2.5 years ago. Another excuse people say is like, oh, I don't want to be on camera. But this is something you grow into doing. You don't automatically like into, being on the camera. You come in through the same teaching, the same guidance, and you get to that, you get to that place. You build that confidence. You build because like your business is legitimate. What you are doing is I mean, globally recognized. It is tax registered. It is a long term. You see the, the legacy in it. You know, like what you have is a gold mine, and that helps to boost your confidence. And the system helps to teach like guide you how to start from where you are, how to start small, right? So then you go step by step, you grow your confidence, you grow your like love for camera. When I started, I can see myself every single day. I see myself improving, even coming on live, doing what I am doing now. It takes constant practice, and practice makes perfection, right? You don't just become confident or perfect or become have a mastery of anything without repetition, without constantly doing it. So that is the kind of things you learn. So no, but at least for me, I'm speaking for myself. I wasn't born being on the camera, wanting to be a camera. I am a registered nurse. I take care of the sick. That's my job. So my job was never to be on the camera. I have never been in the media, but today I can just say I am growing that confidence doing it. And with constant practice, I am getting much better and better and better every day. So you don't need perfection. You need direction. You need guidance, right? No perfection is required. So you become perfect. Somebody can say, oh, you're perfect at anything. Maybe after you must have done it time over and time over, repeatedly for a long time. But to start a business, to succeed in this online business, you don't need perfection. All you need is direction. All you need is guidance. All you need is to follow a system, step by step. So be teachable, be coachable, be ready to learn, be willing to learn, and we will guide you, we will coach you, we will mentor you. So if you have been watching me, if you have been following me, if you have been feeling stuck or nothing the idea of, okay, you want to explore, what I have been sharing online or what business I have been doing that I show up happily sharing about every day. I feel you, I get you, right? So if you've been holding back in any way at all because you feel like you don't have enough followers, if you've been holding back from starting, if you've been holding back from registering your name and your email address on my secure website, if you've been holding back from reaching out to me, like sending me a chat, if you've been holding back from commenting because because you don't feel like that you have enough followers, please go ahead and message me, right? Just say system, chat me up, DM me. If you have my WhatsApp, consult me on my WhatsApp. Email me, like all my information are out there. Or go ahead and register yourself on my secure website. My website is showing on the screen. Or you can send me your information, your name and your email address, and I can, send register you by myself. So in that way, you'll be able to get a secure link to watch our free webinar. It is complimentary, no obligation, just to get more information. So I'll actually show you, how we start, the basics, sharing the information as I know it, sharing the information as it will help you. But my people, in 2026 and forward, instead of finding second job, third job, instead of running helter skelter, instead of all this constant grinding and hustling, I mean, for how long are we going to keep grinding and hustling, missing out on important times in our lives and in our families' lives? How long are we going to do that? So instead of all of that, maybe this time around, tell yourself, Can I find something just you can do from the comfort of your home, from your car, while you are traveling? Something that works in automation, and feel the difference. See how relieving, see how refreshing, see how happy life can be instead of this whole constant, always on the road. So I want you to be aware, like followers don't build income. Having a system, the right system, helps to build income on social media. And we'll teach you how to, we have the right system in place that have been tested, that have been tried, and that have proven time and time again, year in, year out, to work. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you again some other time. Have a good night. Goodbye.